Hello. Today I'm coming to you from my house, my residence, and today I really want to talk about what is health. And the main reason I wanted to discuss this topic is there appears to have been obviously a lot of focus on the topic of health in the last couple of years in certain nations. And what that's really presented itself as health appears to be quite a subjective concept. For one, health might be seen through in a different lens than for another, and that has obviously really shown itself. It's really come to the forefront in the last couple of years. And I know if some of you have known me for a number of years, you will know that I have a particular interest in health, although I don't necessarily regard myself as someone who's more into health than everybody. I know everyone has their own sort of interests. I have particular things in my astrological chart which also mean that I have a tendency to focus on health, and if I'm out of balance, it can actually become to the point where it's obsessive. That's not the point of this video, so let's just move on. So yeah, today I really wanted to share a small portion of ponderings about my own understanding of health and the terms and the polarity, I guess, of health and etymology. And etymology, for those who are not quite sure what they are, it's only looking at the real sort of root or basis and the formation of our language and of words. And I really wanted to touch on, I guess, about three main words that I associate with health and on that polarity of health, should I say. And I guess the first one I'm going to start with is illness. And in the English language, if you look really intricately, you'll notice that illness and the etymology of illness actually goes back quite a number of years, and it actually once meant bad moral quality. I'm going to touch on that a little bit more further in the video. And next I actually wanted to go into, I guess, the etymology in the English language of the word disease and that sort of meaning of disease. And from my understanding, it's and or the mind, body, emotion and spirit not at ease. Simply put, it's diseased. It's not at ease, because when the body is at ease, there should be no disease. Simply put. And I guess health is the last one I want to touch on in regards to etymology. And if you look at the etymology of health, it means wholeness, whole, one, center, even sometimes. And so therefore, to make it quite simple, therefore when we fragment, disconnect or disassociate ourselves, all parts of ourselves, we create dis-ease. So body, mind, spirit, emotion, and or all of those, in regards to all of those, not at ease. We create dis-ease within ourselves. And it's interesting, when you talk about and you think about and you ponder about and you feel about the macro-micro nature of life and how the outer world can reflect the inner world. And so obviously, again, when it comes to things like disease and health, it's not just always about the one, the individual, the human. It can also then populate itself out into the house, the family, the community, the nation, the earth, right? And so I just want to quickly touch on a little bit more about illness and how the original sort of meaning and the etymology of it was, that sort of bad moral quality. When I ponder into that more, it makes me consider a part of also creating disease creating illness, creating a spectrum on the polarity of health that's as far away from health as possible. Is when we're living outside our own morality. You know, we each have our own individual codes in which we're here to bring forth, our own missions, our own ways in which we're here to do and to be. And of course that can look slightly different than others. In no way, shape or form am I saying that just because my morality is that I should not kill someone means that there's someone out there that their morality is to kill someone, a group of people. We're not going to be applying these kind of extremities to what I'm talking about, because that's not actually what I'm talking about. You're not getting the point if you're going into that space. Anyway, so yeah, when we are not living within our own moralities, the mind, the body, the spirit, the emotion, then we create illness in ourselves. We create bad moral quality within ourselves. And then of course, as I said before, the micro, macro then reflects out the house, the community, the family, the nations, the earth, and beyond. And so I guess I just wanted to put in a nice little important reminder. Health goes beyond the physical. I'm hoping that you'll come to that understanding now and have remembered that. Although if you're not there, that's okay. I still love you. So, you know, actions such as, you know, the body, the food, exercise, that kind of physicality aspects of our being and of our doing, it also encompasses, obviously, the emotions, the relationships, the thoughts, the programs, the mental, well, programs are often mental programs actually, you know, the spirit, the belief system. And I guess with where a lot of our nations reside currently, in the sense of, I don't want to say things are levels, but they are kind of like levels and layers. And where majority of, and I'm just going to apply this to kind of white Western cultures, because I do not want to be labeling something to be true that's not necessarily a reality in which I reside in. You know, it could be, I'm not talking about places that don't predominantly have this sort of white Western culture. There's a lot of emphasis on the physical, right? A lot of people have this kind of mentality of, okay, all it is just what you eat, so what you put into your system in regards to through the mouth, and what you exert. So what kind of exercise do you do? And that's it. And then I know that there's some sort of slow sort of reminders coming in about, you know, sleep and sunshine and all that sort of stuff. Again, still a focus on the physical. But until we start incorporating more of the parts of our health that go beyond just the physical. And the reason I was talking about this sort of white Western culture is because from my own understandings and my own rememberings, and what I've observed and experienced, I have seen in cultures that sit outside of that a lot, a much more incorporation of the other aspects of health in regards to the emotion, the mind, and also the spirit. And when you're incorporating the four of them, there's probably more, but we'll just keep it simple. That's when you can really start to come back into your true health. Now I'm going to record another video after this, and I'm going to be talking more about how to create health, and I'll go into that a little bit more in depth. So if you want to wait around till next week, I will be releasing it. And you're also welcome to message me or comment as well down below. You can message me on many other social media platforms that are in the link down below. I got plants in my hair. Sorry. Yeah, anyway, so, and I can send you a link to the video as it gets released for that one as well. Welcome to share your thoughts, your feelings as well in those same avenues that I just described before, and I look forward to seeing you in the next blog.